ladies.
Hi, Paul.
Hello, Paul.
You
Thank
are
you.
back off Broadway in this beautiful little hit, Pen Pals. Bernie and Megs, right?
Yeah.
Bernie and Mags.
Max.
So we're playing Bernie and Mags. Did you miss them? Because I know you did it right for Thanksgiving. You did these roles, and now you're back. You missed these ladies?
Just yesterday when we came back in for our touch-up rehearsal, we were hugging each other and we said, we miss these gals. We love playing these gals. Yeah. So the answer is yes.
Yeah, it's so funny. I mean, we left and I kind of, moved on, right?
Sure.
With
The
life and
holidays. Yeah.
craziness and the holidays. And it wasn't until I actually when we stepped on the stage yesterday and I just went, I really miss these women and their stories.
Mhm.
And it felt so good to be back. I'm just so honored that they asked us to come back.
Yeah. So Michael Griffo wrote this beautiful play, and this is the second. It's been running off Broadway. You actually did it like a little over a year
Last
ago,
Christmas,
right?
that space was the Theater at St.
Right,
Clements, and this
different
is a
theater,
different space.
right?
And
You did it with Catherine Curtin,
that's right.
right? And now you get to come back with Maureen McCormick,
Right.
and this is now your second run. This is actually your third time doing the show, and the show is beautifully cast. So they bring in two different women for 2-week runs, basically, and it's just, I mean, it kind of, when you see one pair, it's kind of like want to just keep seeing other. It must be really fascinating to watch other actresses. Have you seen other actresses do it?
I've only seen one other pair, and I was a little bit skeptical about doing that. But it didn't throw me off from what I found in
Yeah.
the Bernie I'm playing.
Yeah.
I didn't want to copy or so yeah.
So
But it
Bernie's-
was really great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
to see it.
Yeah.
And I did too. I took the opportunity to see two women who I admire so much and have worked with. Ellen McLaughlin, I did her play Tongue of a Bird with Jerry Jones and Marion Seldes and Diane Venora. And I had never really seen her on stage except for Angels in America.
Right.
And Kathleen Chalfant, who, they're royalty. And more than that, they are close friends. So I wanted to see what it would seem like in their hands. And I'm really glad that I did.
So Bernie's from Jersey,
Yep.
right? And Mags is in England. And what's the setup? So they meet really, talk about sort of the setup of the show.
Well, they are assigned as pen pals through a teacher when they're 14 years old, and this is in 1955. And it's based on the true story of Michael Griffo's mother.
Oh, wow.
She was the gal from New Jersey, and her pen pal was in an industrial town in England. We call it Sheffield. I believe that's the truth of where Mags lived, Mary Margaret, who becomes nicknamed by Bernie. That's where she gets the nickname.
Right, yeah. And it's a series of letters back and forth. It's obviously Love Letters is a very famous play. I think it came around in the 90s. It was a very big hit. It's still done all the time. But it sort of works off that basic structure. But what is it like for you to dig into this seemingly simple show?
Well, for me, it's been amazing. I love it. I love being in New York. I love learning so much about theater. I love the whole scene. I love New Yorkers. And to be on stage, to be doing something that's live where you don't know what's going to happen from second to second. And I have to say, I'm thrilled that every time I feel like we've done our performances, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. And I love these women. I love the characters. I've loved doing the research. I love doing a New Jersey accent. It was so funny. I went to a dialect coach who Sharon told me about because I was like,
I'm too. Joel Geldes, who's one of the best in the business. He was the coach for Come From Away. Every production of Come From Away, which means 6 or 7 different accents in that musical alone.
Yeah.
And I used him for the British accent and suggested that she.
And I saw it in a text and I thought, oh, I really want to do it. I said, but I'm really scared. I went and I go, I'm just going to go and see how it goes. Because I've never thought that I could do a Jersey accent, although I love them. And I went 3 times to him, and I think after like the second time, I was like, well, this is great, but I'm not going to do it. But this is great. Maybe if they ever have me back, I'm just, and then I just went at the end, you know what, just go for it, do it. And I love it. And I feel like, she's from Jersey. It just made, it was the icing on the cake of becoming Bernie
Yeah.
for me. And I loved working with him and I love doing accents. I love it.
And it's deceptive in a way to think that it is simple because the emotional journey
Yeah.
is complicated. And it has to do with the fact that these women are brave with each other. They reveal things to each other that they would not to anyone else in their lives. But also, they are becoming women in eras of evolution for our gender. Cultural, of course, both in the US and certainly in Great Britain. But it's moments of time where women are learning and evolving and have agency that they hadn't had prior to that. But what do you do with that freedom? And how do you discuss the things that scare you, whether it's young girls talking about a first kiss or women who are getting a tough medical diagnosis?
Yeah.
What does it mean to fall in love for the first time and fall out of love? And how do you do that when you're not face to face? And what's interesting about this play is these women are never face to face.
Right.
We never see each other
Right.
through the entire play
Right.
until
Mhm.
we need,
over.
until we can. Right. So I think every actor that's done this recognizes we are very fortunate to create and bring forth a time capsule for women and friendship.
Mhm.
And I also love that these women, I mean, they have some similarities, but they have very different lives, and they're living in completely different parts of the world and have different beliefs.
Mm.
And, it's like opening their eyes and challenging them. And, they're dealing with all kinds of decisions and just really heavy things. And,
But with such humor too.
yeah.
The laughs are very cathartic, and if people leave that show, even sort of some of my friends who were they're a little cynics. They've been around. Yeah. It cracks them open, and we need that kind and caring vibration right now. That might sound um, uh, soft softer than I intended, but it is something that gets inside you, and I think you experienced that when you came to
Yeah,
see it.
that's what I wanted to tell you. Obviously, I went in adoring both of you without really knowing you, just adoring your work. And as an experienced theater goer, I sort of sat down thinking I was ahead of it. Right. You know what I mean? Because I thought like, well, I know what this is. And it's just something about it just like really like got me in the heart and took me by surprise. And I couldn't believe how emotional I got. It's really beautiful in its deceptive simplicity. And a lot of that is your performances. I mean, it's really special to get to be at the DR2 theater, this beautiful little theater, and to be
99
so
theater.
intimate and to be experiencing these intimate stories. It's really a really special experience. Yeah.
We feel the audience,
Yeah.
of course. It's become one of my favorite places to play. I played big old houses,
Yeah.
the Minskoff back in the day, and 50-seat houses, which has its own sweet spot but challenge. But this theater really feels like a cradle, and I'm grateful to come back. I think that's part of the reason that we both were happy to say yes when they invited us.
Yeah. What's it like for you to be playing in such an intimate house like that?
Well, first I have to say I was scared to death. I really was.
When was your last time you did something like this?
It's been a long time.
Yeah,
The last play I did was Grease on Broadway. I
yeah,
came in and took over for Rosie for a bit.
yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
By the way, you were Rizzo on Broadway. You were Velma Kelly on Broadway. I feel like there's something very. Those two ladies are definitely very similar.
Yeah, and you wouldn't necessarily think that if you think of us individually, but believe me, we have capacity.
Yes.
We've you know, it's good to be able to
Oh,
look
I
at each
saw
other
both
and say,
performances.
"Oh,
I'm very. I
dear."
saw your Rizzo and your Velma. Believe me, I've been around. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
I know
together.
your capacity, but it's so lovely. You have fans, and you both became famous on TV. So people feel like they know you, right? I mean, people feel like they've grown up with you, and they get to go to this small, intimate space with you. It's just very special. Do you feel that from the audience? Yeah. I mean, people have known you their entire life. What's it like to experience them in a space like the DR2?
I love it.
Yeah.
I feel like I've actually fallen in love with the process of acting again. Um,
Yeah.
I really do. And just the journey and playing this character who is from Jersey and goes through a lot.
Yeah.
So it's just been a gift and such a gift to work with this one. And we have the best crew. Everybody has been amazing. The audiences have been so wonderful. I've had friends come from California, and it's just her parents are coming.
I
I
know.
can't wait to meet your mom and dad. And last night, I got to go see my first Broadway play since being back
Wow.
in New York. I haven't seen a Broadway play
What'd
in
you
so
see?
oh,
I saw
um,
Marjorie Prime. It was fantastic.
so
Just
good.
so
So
important.
good.
Such an important piece now. And then we went to Sardi.
We went to Sardi. It was so fun. We took the subway, right?
We did. We took the subway. We didn't go out much the first time, or she
Yeah,
didn't.
I
that
was like,
much.
Yeah.
But
just
I'm
nervous all
taking
the
her
time.
out now. I'm
Now
a,
she's on the town.
I am. Yeah. That's
Now
what I
we
am.
can have
I'm
fun.
one of the sailors, and she's one of the gals, and I'm dragging
I
her
love
around.
my sailor.
Wait, but
You're the best sailor.
you both have long, careers in Hollywood. But did you know each other? Was there ever any interaction through
Well,
the
she
story?
tells the story better than I do, so
But do
I
you
will let her.
remember?
Yes, and kind of, sort. Yeah,
It's okay.
I do. I mean, I
You weren't
remember her
on like the
because I
Brady
watched
Bunch
her.
guest star or
No,
something, were
no,
you?
no,
No,
no, no.
okay.
I knew her from her groundbreaking global persona. That's how I knew her.
Sure.
And then we met at an event. Do you
Yeah.
remember which one it was?
That I don't. There's a lot of
There's
events,
a lot of
right?
events. They all seem the
Events.
same.
But I just was awestruck when I saw you because I fell in love with you on NYPD Blue. I just loved you and
Great
loved your
character.
acting.
Great character.
And I looked at you and I looked in your eyes and I think you looked in mine.
Of course I did.
And
How can you not? Beautiful. being.
and I just thought I love that human being. I just felt something and was happy that I got to meet her. And
That was like 10, I don't know,
oh,
20 years ago,
it
probably.
yeah, but it really, how you meet people and they just make a huge impression on you. Anyway,
And the reason that I say I let her tell the story is because when I knew that we were doing this together, I invited her to come to an event that I'm on the board for Heal the Bay, which is an organization that protects the Santa Monica Bay, the waters, and the ocean. And she came and her husband, and it was so wonderful to be in contact again with her now, knowing that we were going to work together, because that makes it all the more special that you know you're going to be sharing something really special, because I had done the play and I knew
Yeah.
what we were
Yeah.
in for. And
didn't.
what I didn't know was how fascinating it would be to watch the fans that come see the show. They can purchase a VIP experience,
Right.
meaning that in the lobby afterwards, rather than a stage door experience, it's in the lobby, and they'll come to meet their childhood idol.
Yeah.
That's something very special to witness.
well,
These people.
and
Well, no,
and
I'm not anybody's
likewise,
childhood idol.
oh,
It-
you
it's-
know what? I mean, they like love you.
Yes,
They
but
love you
but
from
they
your
knew me as an
work.
adult, right? And it's a very different
Yeah.
thing than growing up with someone alongside them, like they do, like they have with you, like I have with you. It's a different thing.
Like I did with you. Or I mean, I didn't. I was already a
Right,
certain
that's
age,
the
but
difference. Yeah.
I get that. I mean,
Yeah.
I,
It's so
because I think of the people that I grew up that meant so much to me that, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I just love that you two are doing this, and I love this the
And we laugh
energy
a
of your
lot.
friendship, and it really it plays beautifully down at that little
Thank
theater with this
you.
beautiful show.
Thank you.
So you're doing it through the 18th.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And the
And
show
then
will run through March,
middle of March.
for middle of March.
Yes.
And so many of my friends are coming and have done it and are coming to do it. People that you know, of course, Beth Level and Randy
Yeah.
Graff are coming
Yeah.
in right after
Yeah.
us. And my friend Gina Torres, who I just did a play with about this time last year, a little later, and Mary Lou Henner, and
Yeah.
just so many people
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
that I
I
wish I
know.
could see them all.
Yeah,
really do.
I do too. I do too. And it was so sweet. I walked in my dressing room yesterday back for the first time, and there was a sweet little note with a sparkly little heart sticker. I don't, anyway. And I opened it. It was from Melissa Gilbert, who had just done it, and I'm hoping to see her because I guess she lives not so far away. But that was just so sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great to see how much it means to you, and when you say it reinvigorates something in you about acting, I love that.
It
It's just
does. It's the whole process,
it's incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway, I could talk to you guys forever.
Thank you.
Likewise.
I'm
Oh,
so
thank
I'm
you.
so glad you're here and here at the DR too, and I hope everyone goes and checks out Pen Pals. Highly
And
recommended. 2 thumbs up. 10
I
thumbs.
just have to say, I'm so excited to be here at Broadway.com with you.
Aw.
And,
Yes.
I love your interviews. And
Oh,
yeah, it's an honor.
I'm a
I can't
subscriber.
handle hearing that from you. That's too much for me to take in. That's too much. But thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Now you know how I felt.
Thank you both. Have a great time together through the 18th.
Thank you.